Alright, everything should be back on. Got the new champ to level 120, which means I got the breadcrumb quest to come check out the Vales of Anduin, and that's just a fun zone, and it's definitely a nice change after getting out of Mordor and then the Dwarf lands. So I'm gonna run around killing stuff in the nice green areas here.
I see you received my father's request.
So we get told to go check in with Legolas here. And this is kind of the lead in, which is encouraging us to go see if we can get, more or less get the routes open into the Vales of Anduin. So we're sent to talk to Grimbeorn to see if we can gain access to this area, really. I mean, specifically for the elves, of course, because why would it not be for the elves? Okay, so in the introduction,
still stands.
he basically says, "No, not having that, but you can hang out here,
The darkness
and you can do what you need to do." So it's kind of a, no, we're not going to open up, but you're welcome here. So now we're going to have an absolute ton of things to do, which is also nice because this is going to start really giving me my next tier of gear. The jump from the 1-teens to 120 plus gear wise is kind of big.
To the wood's edge with a wagon of provisions, but he has not returned.
Today is a good day in the wild.
So his primary quest here that he gives really sends you to talk to all of the people in this immediate area to check in with them, and they're going to give you like what they've got going on as their side quest. So it's kind of like a, hey, go talk to the quest givers and make sure that you check in with them and see what's going on. So each of these guys will have one or two things that they want you to do. I'm trying to remember, is there one off to the side yet? Yes, there is.
The Vales are under our protection.
Yeah, he's the one who wants me to go range around and do some scouting, so that's probably going to be the last one I do on the list, but we'll see. Oh, and also there's Gandalf's quest in here, which is the Shades in the Swamp interlude. And oh, that's right, that does give a really nice set of boots. Okay, so we will do Shades in the Swamp before we go, or while we go do the other things. I forgot that that's actually a really nice little reward. Shoot.
My scouts report seeing strange
Okay, so our objective here is to help with the Shades in the Swamp Ghostly Figures interlude,
the woodmen live
which we need to go to Holtfist for. So that's our second breadcrumb that basically sends us down to, let's see, Holtfist is north of here? No, south of here. Okay, that's right. For some reason, I thought we were starting more in the middle of the map. We're starting up in the north in Bjorninghouse, so we need to ride down to Holtfist, which is actually good because this is a stable master that we're going to that you want to have unlocked kind of ASAP when you get here, because this lets you ride directly from South Bree to this zone. Because you can't ride from South Bree to Bjorninghouse here, but you can go South Bree to Holtvis. So I'm going to avoid the side quests for the moment, and we're just going to kind of beeline for Holtvis. And by cutting west like this, you can actually catch up to the road that's going to run here, so we're not just going overland. Now I'm, again, largely just going to be skipping, grabbing, or making progress on the rest of these side quests so that I can specifically get to Holtvis and get the stable unlocked and hop into that interlude real quick, because those boots really don't suck. I mean, they're a significant upgrade over what I'm wearing. And one thing that really is notable when you get into the Vales of Anduin is that this is one of, or at least it used to be, it's not quite as bad as it was previously, but this was a big gear jump spot. Where getting into the 120 plus gear was a big power jump, and if you're in the lower tier or lower level gears, you could get your ass handed to you in here. I don't think it's nearly as bad with the smoothing that they've done over time, but it'll still be nice to get those upgrades started rolling in. Okay, I'm gonna head to the left. And Holtvis should be up ahead of me here. There we go.
Will you help us? There is always more. Can it be?
Okay, so the first part of Shades in the Swamp here. Ghostly figures. Defeat orcs at Avabarg. And do I have anything else? Yeah, there's the other breadcrumb and Holtvis is another go check in. And I think that's up the hill there. Yeah. I should have stayed where I was and taken the road around. There we go. Check in with the chieftain of the village.
Have you been sent by Grimbeorn? Where are the provisions he promised us?
And we will take his side quest there, but again, primary focus is going to be knocking out the Shades in the Swamp interlude on this character. Because if I remember right, that is actually a several-parter where it kind of spans a whole chunk of things that you do down in the swamp area. Alright, I should be starting to find orcs here pretty soon. In theory. Here we go. And nothing wrong with killing a couple extra orcs on my way to the next destination. But so that has progressed the quest from kill orcs to defeating shades in the Gladden Fields. We're moving on to kind of the next part of the interlude objectives. So if I remember right, that is down into the swampy area down here. Yep. So I'm gonna mount up and make my way down. And I do want to end on the far side of that little kind of waterfall up ahead so I don't have to swim through that mess. I want to cross after I've gotten to that. Now I should be able to hop down. And then across the way into the swamp proper, I should be able to find a bunch of shades hanging around. And there'll also be a whole bunch of side quests that'll pop up in here where I start killing things or finding specific types of enemies that should spawn kind of zone emergent quests. Now I don't think, yeah, there's not really any travel points or POIs that I need to pick up in this immediate area, so pretty much I can just follow what I need to kill and keep moving. Yeah, see, like this guy here, there's going to be a whole handful of these kill a certain type of enemy to spawn a quest out here. So I will pick up and do a few of those while I'm here. Okay, so my Shades in the Swamp has changed to finding Badwilla in the northwest of the Gladden Fields. So I'll need to make my way northwest to get to the next part of that quest. I'll grab a few more of these guys on the way. Because again, progress towards quests and deeds while I'm going from point A to point B. Always good. Plus XP. Looks like I got 2 more of these spirits over here. Oh, and a hidden lurker. I see you there. I don't remember if these half-orcs will spawn a quest killing them, or if I need to get to a certain spot to get a quest to kill them, but I believe there there is something around them. Might just be a deed, I'm not sure. Yeah, Vale's half-orc slayer is a deed. Oh, hi Toad. Didn't get a quest pop-up or anything. So they might just be a deed for now. Okay, so I need to head into the northwest here. Gonna curve around this big encampment. And that will let me find the quest NPC to keep progressing this quest. Yeah, if I don't want to go all the way through the center of that, then I do have to go around. But that's not bad. That'll take me back out into the swamp area, and I should be able to find some more of the lost spirits here on my way to the quest NPC. There we go. There's one ahead of me. And that gives me a nice 8 of 12. Hey, boy, that cutthroat was really persistent following me all this way. And your reward for that is death, I'm afraid. So the Gloom Waters are not spirits, but they are another kill to start a quest. Go ahead and get that going. They are a different type of undead to kill. Same with these wandering glooms. So this swamp area has several of these. So I'll just kind of get them all rolling, because I'm going to be wandering around here and I will find a lot of these spirits and shades and glooms and such. Okay, gotta be getting... Oh, nope, I went sidetracked. I need to go this way someplace. This might be the NPC who's up above. I do not remember. He's around here somewhere. Ah, there we go, up ahead. Got a little camp there.
I think the orcs were trying to take me alive.
So you definitely took out a whole bunch of orcs. Good job, buddy.
It was a man, so it must have been in life.
All right, so basically he wants us to go back to Gandalf and tell Gandalf all about this guy's frightening time in the swamp. So I'm gonna get a few more of these glooms and whatnots on my way out of here. Ooh, I see several of the other quest and undead, so I'm gonna take some of those out if I can. I should just need these two to finish that. So that's kind of perfect timing. Very good. So because I'm going to be kind of coming and going from here, if I remember right, I'm going to make my way back out of the swamp here and see if I can just get back, ride to Gandalf, do his check-in, because I'm gonna be sent back here, so I will be able to keep doing more of the killing undead each time I come back here. I should not need to do them all in one go. So for the moment, I'm just going to head out, go back up and catch the road, and then grab me a horse back to Bjorninghouse. But first, check in with the hidden cache here. I am definitely not going to get all of these in any particular zone, but they're just kind of nice to pick up. Got the nice swimming in the cheery swamp water. Nothing could possibly go wrong with that. There is a general beast and insect slayer deed for the zone, so I'm just going to go ahead and nab some of these guys while I'm passing. When you get a nice concentration of them like this, it doesn't hurt to take advantage. I don't remember if there is a Heorn Slayer deed for here, but we'll see in a second. Nope, those guys don't really give me anything, so they will be left alone. Okay, I think there's a way up above here that I can get up to the level of the road. Excellent. So this should take me back into Holtvis, which should let me ride back to Bjorninghouse. Check in with Gandalf and move to the next part of this interlude quest. The things we do for gear.
Will you help us? There is always more to be done.
Okay, here we go. Somebody else in here doing these quests, and they're here at 117. That like 117 to 119 range is a nice spot to start this zone if you've got some at least halfway decent gear where you're not just going to get munched. Or, you know, you're actually good at the game, unlike me.
Have you learned more about the darkness that has settled upon the Vales?
Okay, so we check in with Gandalf, tell the tale of the hunter we ran into. Gandalf was a little bit skeptical, so he sends us to go check in with Elrond, who conveniently has shown up here.
The enemy is gone, but the things he set in motion may not yet have dissipated.
And Elrond sends us back to Gandalf. There's a whole handful of people hanging out in the Vale of Anduin at the moment. That's always nice to see. Definitely cannot wait until I get this character up to...
This shade long ago, and it is true.
Yeah, okay, so Gandalf has his little story to tell, but definitely cannot wait until I get this character up to the point where I can be doing 150 dungeons and properly gearing up.
That is enough.
So that will be nice. Okay, so Gandalf says, all right, go back to the swamp, kill a bunch of stuff, and search for some specific people and places. So, like I said, we're going to be going back there. So now, again, we have our kill quests over in the swamp, but also several specific check-in with point A, point B, etc. So, back to Holtvis we go.
The Bjornings once made safe the Riverlands.
But yeah, really, really looking forward to getting to this character where I can start doing the Umbar dungeons, get into some level 150 content and gear that's going to stick for a bit. I am not sure if I'm primarily going to work on Redline first or if I'll just dive into going blue line and setting up as a tank right away. Probably gonna go red line to start, just so that I can see if I can get into some groups as DPS when I get to that point. Okay, first spot I should be checking is going to be right around here. Oh, that's right, I do need to go up to the top. This is in the ruins. Because, yeah, while I love tanking dungeons, especially small ones, as a blue line champ, to a large degree, unless you're the one putting groups together, most people aren't immediately reaching for blue line champ as they're like, hey, looking for... Oh, and here's our warden friend again. So he's doing some level of these quests. Okay, so the first place I think I need to check is going to be... Oh, hi, ambush orc. So yeah, this is going to send me inside this little kind of mini tomb here. At least I'm pretty sure this is where I'm supposed to be. Might have been looking at the wrong spot on the map. I'm not seeing anything crop up. Nothing there. So potentially, I went down into these catacombs early, so I'm gonna head back out. I might need to be in the upper part of the ruins first. Okay, so let's see. Defeat Shades in the Gladdenfield. Search Toll Send. None of these... This might have been a red herring location. That is very possible. So I am actually just gonna head out of here back into the swamp. So I think this might be one of those spots that's on the map because some shades can spawn here, so it gets marked out, but it's not actually a primary location. That's gonna be my guess. Yeah, because none of these are any of the things I'm looking for. I think this guy here was here on the kill orcs part of the quest, so he might be like a couple steps before where I am, because he's headed to the swamp next. So I have the distinct feeling that he's going to now be moving into that killing shades step that I was just doing earlier. Right, there's 1 out of my 10 shades in the Gladden Fields dispatched. And if I remember right, that objective is basically any of the shade type enemies counts towards it. So these glimmers do, and I think the lost spirits and the other ones as well. So I think this might be one of the spots I need to search around here. Oh, nope, it's this island over here that suspiciously has a bunch of flowers growing on it. Toll Send, yep. The island of flowers is quiet and still. Okay, next spot to check is Sharky's Slough over here. So do a quick scouting run. I don't remember if I need to actually go like inside and around, or if I can kind of head to one of these fenced areas and count that as a check. We'll see. Yeah, it wants me to be further or maybe even properly inside. Which doesn't surprise me. I can't just peer in the fence and say, nope, not there. See if I can drag these 2 packs of town keepers together. So I'll pretty much just fight my way over to where I can get a good look inside and confirm that this is not what I'm looking for. Get that little quest stage complete. There we go. Sign of the Spirit among the half-orcs, as expected. But still had to come check. all of these guys let me just kind of make progress on the various killing shades and glooms and whatnot deeds, as well as that Shades in the Gladmere quest, so solid. I've already completed the Vale's Dead Slayer, so I moved on to Dead Slayer Advanced. So, good progress. Okay, so someplace around here, yep, here we go. Should be up ahead is another one of the little check-in points. Kind of a ruined camp. No sign of our guy here. But I do see another one of these little glimmers, so take care of that real quick. And this should be the last shade for that quest. So that puts me at just doing Search Lulstrock, which is kind of that camp up in the hill that I did not go up to previously. As I recall, there's a bunch of orcs up there. But here we will try and get some of these gloom waters on our way up, because that's only our third of 12. So before I go all the way beelining to the camp, I want to see if I can get some more of those to keep making progress there. This is just a lost spirit, so he only counts towards the Slayer deed. And Forlorn Glimmers are the same. They just progressed that deed. Ah, here we go though. Wandering Gloom, I want you for your quest. So that's 5 of my 10 glooms. And slowly but surely we'll get... basically fight our way to the spot that I'm looking to get to. You're just a glimmer, but again, still deed progress. Ah, but there's a gloom water over here, so I'm gonna get distracted. I think I saw one of the... oh, yep. That wandering gloom there looked like it might have been resetting. It looked kind of like it got over here and then reset back to spawn point. But I got this gloom water here, and then I should have the one over to my right as well, which should give me my 5 of 12. Kind of figure anytime I see a nice little pile of these guys, I may as well grab them. Okay, anybody around me? Just bog lurkers, and more bog lurkers. Okay. So head back this way. And, oh. More of these emergent quests. So looks like we're killing lost lights as well. Oh yes, these are the ones who, when you pop them, turn into the bigger spirits. Man, I'm having bad luck with a lot of these guys spawning in just as lost spirits. Which again, not the worst thing in the world, still progress towards the deed, but I'd kind of rather them be the ones I actually want. Really don't care about the toads because I don't have a quest or a deed for them, but I saw this little guy off wandering in the distance, so take care of that. And that's 8 of 10 of the Wandering Gloom, so that one is really close to done. And this guy's just here off by himself. That's a bad place to be. See, Forlorn Glimmer, Forlorn Glimmer. So these are just generic ones for the deed. But here's another one of the Wandering Gloom, so that's going to almost finish that quest. And it's going to give me another gloom water right over here as well. So, score. And see if I can separate this gloom water from those other guys there. Just so I don't have to deal with the toads. Okay, since I'm here, let's see if I can remember how to get up into that camp. There we go. A little bit of mountaineering. And hoo boy, lots of orcs. I think that this ends up being, yeah, just under check-in and find no sign. I don't think I have anything else that's going to spawn in here. Yeah, because the interlude quest objective just said you feel a watchful presence to the west of the swamp, so it's directing me back over to the west. So I'm going to head that away. So I think there is another quest that, if you follow that chain, does take you up into this orc camp, but I am definitely not on it at the moment. So those are just kind of killing to be killing, and I'd rather be making progress. There is 9 of 12 gloom waters. taking a look around while I'm auto-attacking this guy to see what I see around me as far as spirits. And I'm mostly just seeing the ones I don't care about. But I'll see if I can thin their numbers a little bit. At the same time, I'm headed in the general direction of where I need to be for the quest, so I'm not completely going off on my own. Oh, there's another Gloomwater. Yoink. That's 10 of 12 there. Oh, and this will be my last Wandering Gloom. So this little island right here is really, really productive. Alright, so there's my last Wandering Gloom. Another nice little burst of XP, and a Wandering Lost Light too. And I have added in Brutal Strikes to my build. It is, for me, most of the time that is just a pure fervor dump when I have nothing else to use. It doesn't have the cool factor of Ferocious Strikes or just the erase you factor that Remorseless does. But sometimes you just need something to dump some fervor on. Here is one more of our Lost Lights, so this will be number 4 of 8. So just have bog guys here. Okay, so I am close enough now. I'm gonna go ahead and get distracted by a Gloomwater because I only need one more of them after killing that guy. And perfect timing. Here is our last Gloomwater. Okay, so over here, where I've been kind of making my way towards, is the spot where we were sensing a presence, more or less. This is another one of the, here we go. It's going to be, here's our Shade of the Wanderer. We are overwhelmed by a sensation of dread, yes, but first we're going to go kill this Lost Light because he spawned in and we need more of them. Sorry, quest NPC, you gotta wait for me to go kill that undead real quick. It's no big deal.
Son of no blood.
I only ask for 3 things. My life, my escape. That's 2 things. Okay, so the Shade fucks off. We feel another presence up the cliff pass to the northwest. So this is one of those where every other time I've done this, I always end up not finding the actual proper path on the first try, because I always try to go west more than northwest. So this time around, we're going to try and find and stay on the path. Oh, does this leads me into the little ruins area up above, doesn't it? Oh, it's been a minute since I was here. Yeah, see, these overgrown bushes and trees do a really nasty job of hiding this from being able to easily see the path continuing, which is really nice design, honestly. Plus, we get a few more of our sundry quest mobs. Which is always nice. Because that was the last of the lost lights that we needed. So we're getting closer and closer to 121 here. Now, let's see. What I want to check and see is, does Vales of Anduin... Yeah, Vales of Anduin is just straight 120. Because it was one of those kind of interstitial content releases. So I'm going to basically do this quest here. And once I've finished this chain... the Shades in the Swamp, I think what I'm going to do then is I will move on to what's after this? Oh, Morgul Vale is after this. That's right. So yeah, I'll probably move on to Morgul Vale,
What has brought you to this?
which I actually did not too long ago on my champion or my guardian. All right, so the maiden wants to know what's brought us to this place. Well, gear has brought us to this place. All right, so she bamps off, and we're left basically playing catch up. And I'm just going to keep killing these various undead here because this makes 60 of 80 on the advanced version of that deed. So this is really good virtue XP, because this is another one of those where because the advanced is only 80 rather than like 100 or something silly, 180, some of the just utterly ridiculous advanced deed numbers. This is a good solid one to just get the kills in and get your virtue XP. I gotta love the multiple debuffs on that, debuffing my power and my morale. With, I think all three of those had various morale and power debuffs all active on me at the same time. Thanks, guys. All right, the maiden's gonna keep playing hide and seek. That's okay, she's just gonna lead us where we want to go. And in the meantime, keep getting these shade kills. So this is going to be 68 of 80. And now 69 of 80. Nice. Now, funnily enough, little camp down here and a dock keeper, which that's right. So I don't have the Northern Shore Gladmere dock unlocked yet, but there's just a little mini camp down here. I don't plan on leaving the road to chase kills, because I will still get more than I need as far as these undead here to finish the deed, but I will definitely grab the ones who are right here for the grabbing. And there's our maiden again. She stares at me cryptically. Yeah, story of my life. Alright, so our objective here is to pick up the soil of purity. And then we have several spots where we need to sprinkle the soil. And that's right, these are all back down the way we came. So I'm just going to nab another couple kills here, because four more various undead is going to finish the advanced. So I just want to get that knocked out real quick, grab that virtue XP. So there we go, Veiled Dead Slayer Advanced is finished. So 5 Lotro points, 900 rep, 2000 XP for fidelity, which is nice because that moved my fidelity up to 25. So still not anywhere where I'd like it to be, but making progress. My goal really with virtues is simply to not have them completely be destroyed. Alright, so I'm going to untrack that broad objective so that I can see there's not a final. Nope, this one is just basic and advanced. Sometimes you get those deeds where there's like the basic, there's the advanced, and then there's a final where it keeps going and you've got more. I just wanted to make sure that I did not need to keep killing these dead in the zone, but nope. But yeah, untracking the broader quest lets me just track the specific objectives for the spots I need to sprinkle soil, and then I need to kill 12 orcs or goblins. So I should be able to pick up a lot of those around Sharky's little camp there. So that is where I'm probably going to head first, just to get that part knocked out. Because if you get all the kills taken care of, that kind of takes the big blob off of your map as far as potential quest locations, and leaves those particular rings down to just being the actual locations you need to go to. So that will clean up my map a lot once I get that done. Let's see, Sharky's is thought towards the north. Oh, there we go. Off to the east. Oh, that mounting didn't last long. Okay, so here is Sharky's, and I think that the orcs hanging around here will count towards that 12. It's going to be a mix of ruffians and orcs. I know, obviously, the ruffians aren't going to count. If these guys, when I get around here and find some of the half-orcs, if they don't count, then I'm just going to go back to that camp that's in the hills. So let's see, half-orc sentries. Yep, so these guys are going to count, so I'm just going to get this knocked out here real quick. So all the various half-orcs here will count towards my 12 half-orc or orc or goblin kills. They're orc enough to count. I've already got 8 of my 12, so that is good progress. And of course, the pair of these will give me 9 out of 12, or 11 out of 12 rather, when they are finished. Not 12 out of 12, that'd be too easy. So I need one more half-orc. What's up ahead of me here? Here we go, more half-orcs. Plenty of half-orcs, in fact. Enough that I'll go ahead and basically figure these out because it's going to make progress towards the Vales Orc Slayer deed. So, might as well. Not bad. Okay, so let's see where I need to go. So I'm going to head south because I got this one spot all the way by itself, and I'll also be able to unlock a stable master down there. So this is going to be a 2-for-1. And grab a hidden cache while I'm here. Yeah, still got a ways to go. think I might need to start looking at how I can get some altitude. I don't remember exactly where this one is. It has been a long while since I've done this entire chain. Another reason why I'm doing it on this character. Okay, yeah, it's gonna be up in here. But again, these guys will be progress towards the Vales Orc Slayer deed, so not a bad thing at all. Gonna take out the whole camp if I can. Stupid archer. Okay, so here is Siloth's flower. So I'm going to sprinkle the soil on that. So that is one of my flowers renewed. But since I'm here, again, just going to kind of clear the little camp out of orcs because it's going to make good progress on that Slayer deed. Yeah, I'm already up to 63 of 80. So very much worth just cruising through these guys here. From memory, I don't think the captain here drops anything like particularly good or is part of a quest or anything. I think he's just kind of a big beast. But he's here, so I'm gonna take care of him. He is a chunky boy too. Low HP. There we go. Okay. So I hereby declare this camp cleaned. Of course, there's probably going to be respawns on my way out, but that is all that taken care of. Yeah, see, they're already starting to respawn. Nice quick respawning camp. I might want to see if I can just get a few more kills here because I am at 74 of 80 on Orc Slayer, so yeah, I'm going to see if I can let a couple more of these guys respawn just to get 5 more orcs and get this progressed past the basic into advanced. Because it is so close. And this is not going to be one of those nice small number ones like the Dead Slayer was. Because if the basic is 80, then gonna guess that advanced is gonna be 160. Sigh. Nice. Got Orc Slayer done and leveled on the same kill. So that is ding 121. And advanced will be, yep, 160, of course. It's one of those. So for this, I'm basically just going to ride through these guys because I'm really just here to unlock the stable master that's up here because I'm so close to it. I don't actually know if I'm going to be questing through this area on this character. Again, primarily because a lot of this content here, because of when it was released, is all just a static 120. So I'm going to pretty quickly be leveling past it.
Our people.
But this at least gives me this travel point unlocked, which is nice because if I keep going down the road from here, it takes you into Lothlorien. So again, it is a very potentially useful connecting travel point, especially being a high elf where I have the Karis Gelebrin racial return. But now I'm back to sprinkling dirt on flowers. We've got 3 more objectives. And because I know there's orcs along the way here, I am just going to idiot pony my way through all of these. And ignore all the side quests there, because all of these are going to be frozen at 120, so they're going to start losing their effectiveness really quickly. But I just want to finish this and get me those boots. As a matter of fact, I'm going to untrack some of these other side quests. So that I am just tracking the objective for this one to make it easier. So I think that the next flower I need is up in that orc camp up above. So I think I do need to head up there rather than staying down at ground level. We will see. Where was it that I found that nice little mountain jump? Was it over here? I think it was over here that I found the rocks up. Fine, I'll go the long way around. Alright, so I think the flower is someplace inside the orc camp here because, of course, there's a flower inside the orc camp. And boy, those frogs were very determined to follow me all this way. Maybe it wasn't the best plan on their part. Okay, so be on the lookout for a flower. Oh, I see it up ahead of me. But I'll get some orc kills on my way in. Alright, here we go. One more flower. So we're going to sprinkle the purifying soil on the flower. And our next spot is way up by the wolf dens. So I don't think there's a convenient way to get there from being down in the swamp here, because it's up on the other level up here. And I don't know that there's a good way to make it up. Yeah, this is going to be all cliff sides here. So I think what I'm going to have to do is make the long curve around. But that'll be good because, again, I want to unlock that stable master there as well, just to have one more travel point. Stealth goblins. And sorry, ruined homestead, but I am not here to help you today. So the flower is going to be someplace around here. Things have definitely gone well here, as we can see. Here we go. Sprinkle purifying soil on one more flower, and then mount up and get the heck out of here. Because again, there are, you know, side quests and things to do in this little area here, but all of them are going to be in that permanent 120. So not going to stop and get sidetracked by those. See if I can get to, here we go. Grab the stable master in this settlement here. I don't really plan on coming back through here necessarily, but it's just, you know, it's what you do. You grab travel points. Oh, apparently I had a quest to come here anyway. There we go. Quest complete. And stable master unlocked. Now the last flower that we need is conveniently north of Holtvis. So, since we just unlocked a stable master, I'm gonna make use of it. And one last flower to grab. This, I think, also is going to be in the little mini orc camp up here. Do you sense a running theme? Oh, that's right. There was a breadcrumb quest sending me to this spot. I totally forgot about that. So I will go ahead and grab the honey cake, defeat the ambushers. I don't know if I will do the search the old ford, but it actually, I don't think is going to be too far out of my way when I go back to the next stage of this quest. So I might just do that for quest completion. But again, nice little orc camp here. So we're going to find the flower in the orc camp, sprinkle some dirt on it, and call it a day. I'm just not sure exactly where in the camp the flower is, so I will kill my way through the orcs until I find it. Oh no, more orcs to kill. Whatever will I do? There we go. All right, our final flower is found. So now we need to go back to the maiden all the way up at the top of that road. Of course. If I remember right, that next part takes me into the ruins she's hanging out in. For a little search for the identity of the shade. But because I'm so close, let's go ahead and just pop down to the old ford real quick. I don't remember if that quest has another piece after it, but we'll find out. So I think that is a chain. Yeah, that's going to be a whole search. Well, it's right here, so we'll see how many breadcrumbs this has me following. I don't want to get too tied up in it. But if it's just a couple more, it'll be another burst of XP, so that'll be nice. Right, it leads me to a slain orc. Oh, that's right. This is the one that breadcrumbs you into this little ruins up above here. Okay. Man, World Chat is just full of people asking why they can't get into housing. It's like, have none of you been paying any attention. Okay, so this again is going to be a 120 quest because this is an interstitial zone. So I'm going to take the XP for following the breadcrumbs here, but I am not going to go do that whole line because I'm already 121 and a ways in. So I would be in danger of out-leveling the area ridiculously. I just want to get this interlude done. And then move into the Morgul Vale. And what I'm going to try and do is actually properly do the Morgul Vale stuff. I should not have gone down here. This was a mistake. What is going to be my quickest route? But yeah, last time I did the Morgul Vale, I kind of dipped into it partway through and just sort of picked up quests as I went. I'm going to see if I can actually properly get the Morgul Vale start found and done rather than looping around and backtracking through all of the zones. But I don't remember if you actually, like, if you get any kind of a lead-in or a send you there for Morgul Vale, or if it is all just based on getting there and being on a certain step of the book quest. That's what I'm afraid of. But I'll find out. Oh, and actually one thing that I can do here, when I make the curve around here, is I should be able to follow the north shore of the Gladdenmere here and find that other, find the other docks over there and be able to take the boat and skip that whole path. So I curve down into the swamp. Aha. Successful horse parkour. If I can get to the lake area there, I should be able to find the docks. I just don't remember what level the lake lives at and if I need to go up into the hills to get to it, which I'm starting to suspect I might. Might need to be up there. Yeah, this might not have been my best idea ever. Because that's the waterfall coming down from the lake. So nope, we take the long path. But I should be able to pick it up around here, I think. And again, the goal is going to be just to ride past the spirits because I've already got the Slayer deed done, the basic and the advanced, so I do not need these guys anymore. Alright, now I see how many shades I've pulled with me up here. Only a couple stayed with me the whole way. Nope. 3. This guy just took his sweet time getting here. Okay, Maiden of Gladden. Here we go. I sprinkled dirt on all your flowers. Perhaps I can help her friend. So, gonna talk to her and follow her. Yep, so she's gonna take me into the flooded dwarfhold.
My dear friend has suffered for too long. I will bring you to my friend, but do not disturb his rest. My song keeps him at peace.
Yes, I'm totally different. You can trust me. Nothing bad is gonna happen by you letting me in here. Everything will be just fine. Okay, up the water we go. And again, somebody was very definitely showing off their design chops when they made this place, because this is such a cool little mini area here where they put this grotto in with all the waterfalls converging. And just a lot of textures used in ways that you really don't see in a lot of the other areas that the game had at this point. Somebody really definitely was flexing a bit when they built this. Okay, so at this point we listen to the confused shade. He is going to tell his story. Of course there was a war. There's always a war. And yes, nothing bad can ever come of making friends with the confused ancient ghosts. Alright, we go check and see what's going on with the scream we heard down the tunnel. Because our friends have shown up and they're not too crazy about the fact that you've been keeping ghost secrets. That's kind of not what you're supposed to do. Elrond is not happy that he was being kept out. And as usual, Glorfindel is kind of a sarcastic jerk, and I love it. All right, and Gandalf says, lead the way. Let's see what she's been hiding here. Let's go talk to the ancient ghost and uncover some secrets. Man, I'm doing all this just for a friggin' pair of boots. Something is severely wrong with MMO players. What have you done to Goltova? Well, they kind of sucker punched her and came here to meet you. And Elrond is starting to have an inkling of what's going on. Do you know what this is? Elrond, that's a bonking stick. It's a very technical term for it, but it's a bonking stick. Yes, I know you were trying to be helpful, but only I can ease his torment because I'm his special friend. Has there ever been a story where that's truly had a happy ending in a scenario like this? I found the creepy thing, but he's really fine and only I can fix him. Wait, crap, that describes past relationships. Strike that. Perfectly fine and logical. She just wants him to stay forgetting who he really is because she wants her secret ghosty friend. And yeah, that's not going to be allowed to fly here. And of course, it turns out that this is the Shade of Isildur. So yeah, you've been basically keeping the Shade of Isildur kept in here and forgetting who he is so that you could have your ghost friend and feel special. But you know, it's what you do. Like, I get it, you wanted a friend. You have done me a cruelty. So, she is not thrilled with us at the moment. But that completes this little mission here. We've figured out who the Shade was. Now we head to that island of flowers we were on before.
Shreds of fog still cling to my waking
He remembers who he is, and now we should be able to, let's see, what's my quickest way across? Getting through the swamps can be such a pain. But now I should be able to ride back to Holtvis, take a horse to Bjorninghouse, and check in with Gandalf. And I think that is the end of this interlude chain. I don't think there's another follow-up after this, but we'll see. Yet another hidden cache. I might as well nab it since I'm here. I'm definitely not going to stay in the Vales long enough to get all of them and complete the deed, but you still gotta. Okay, slight war steed overshoot there, but not too bad.
We hear tell of great deeds
And
from
back to
far
Bjorning
away.
House. Talk with Gandalf. Tell me where is Gandalf, for a much desire to speak with him. Hi, Elrond, you big meanie. Okay, so Gandalf should be in here. Oops, I do need to make sure I have that still rolling. I wonder how long ago I let that fall off. Oops.
This adventure.
And now I get my
Much to
boots. They're not even all that great because they're primarily defensive stats, but that is going to help me out. So, doink. Do I have any decent essences to slot in there? Critical rating. Do that. And then just, and the only other one I have is a, oh no, I do have some up here. Oh, nice, I've got might and healing, so in goes might. There we go, that turns those into a pretty darn nice pair of boots. And it turns the ones I was wearing into 10 motes. So pretty much good all around. Okay, now are either of these...
Find ourselves in a
That's an interlude. Talk to Elrond outside the Bjorning House, so I will do that. And then the depths. That's another one of basically going back into an instance in that cluster where I was up north. So I'm not going to do that. Because I'm not going to do the 126 mans.
I expected these words.
This, I think, is just one of those go talk to this asshole quests.
Margle, dear. The name is familiar, but not for any particular deed.
Okay, yeah, I'm not going to do all that continuing stuff. So, where I want to get next, I'm not sure where the quickest way to get there is from here. Okay, so Southern Mirkwood is there. Just kind of peeking around to see where I actually have my entrance into the Morgul Vale. So let's see. Plateau of Gorgoroth. Okay, yep, that's right. So that's going to take me down into Morgul Vale there. Okay. So that's my entrance point, is I need to get probably to Cirith Ungor. So there's all this mess here. So Udud Footholds or... So this stable master here, which is the one that kind of leads into it. Ooh, I can get there from Galtrev or 21st Hall or South Bree. I can apparently get to Talith Urui. Never know what to do with a UI when it's at the end of the word. but I can get to this stable master from South Bree. And
The Beorn
I can get to South Bree from Bjarninghouse. Excellent. That also might mean that going into Morgul Vale the, quote, proper way, I might be able to correctly pick up the kind of starter breadcrumbs there rather than showing up backwards like I did on my Guardian when I was through there. Pondering his orb. I love it. This dude understood the assignment. Well played. Okay, so let's see. We're looking for Mordor. Yeah, 'cause I think it's going to count as a Mordor location, so there we go. This might actually be the kind of direct path that I'm looking for into the Morgul Vale. Where the... Not quite, I think. Nope, because it's put me here. But from here, I should be able to... Do I have anything there? I do not. But this does look like it is the closest stable master I can use to get here, unless...
Come.
Do I have that? No, I don't have the that Imlad Morgul stable master unlocked, but that is not a big deal because I am really close to where I need to be. So we will hop on the idiot pony and ride south. And this should actually not be too bad of a ride. I mean, not too bad for being in Mordor, so all things relative here. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if I actually get the proper kind of quest starter, zone starter breadcrumbs for the Morgul Vale, because I'm going to be coming in from the right direction and starting point that's the normal lead in, or if there will be the assumption that I have done like all of the Vale of Anduin and Black Book quests leading in. Oh, still headed the right direction. Where am I on this? Okay, I was trying to figure out where the hell I was on the zone map, but that's where it is. So again, I'm just going to at least attempt to ride straight past anything that might get in my way, because these guys should have more or less all gone gray at this point. I think this is the route I need to take next. Yep, this was my turn. This now really makes me wish that I had actually done the smart thing, and when I was in Mordor before, gone all the way through this and grabbed the stable master over there, gone into the Morgul Vale, gone through this, but I didn't. So whatever. Gives me such a nice cheery zone to ride through, though. You can stop and look at the scenery. Think I want to hang a left, because this is going to keep me going where I'm looking. Yeah. Still on the right path. Well, I'm on the path that's going to lead me into the Morgul Vale, so I don't know about that being the right path. And which turn do I want? Oh yeah, this is all looking really cheery. Okay, so this should be my lead into the Morgul Vale, which means I want to stop and pick up my breadcrumbs because I want to have the quest.
Gondor's eyes and Gondor's swords in this place.
Kind of all of my little lead-ins there. Hey, thanks for the follow, Sonasta. Welcome in. I am just cruising through on my new champ here. Well, new-ish. I sent my level 150 champ to Glamdring to play there, which means that I needed to have a proper champ over here on Peregrin. So I've been working this character up to be my Peregrin champ, and I'm about to head into the Morgul Vale. And this will actually, oddly enough, be my first time doing the proper lead-in to the Morgul Vale on any of my characters. I've kind of skipped through this area a lot on previous characters, where I like come in partway through the level and just, you know, kind of find whatever I can pick up and do until I've out-leveled the area. So this time around, I'm at least going to start it properly. Yeah, because previously what I would almost always end up doing is I would come in through this side here, basically going like Osgiliath through the crossroads and ending up over here. But all of the breadcrumbs start you assuming that you're going to be coming in through the east. So getting that intro quest is not actually easy if you come in here the wrong way around. Yeah, I did a good chunk of the Minas Morgul on my Guardian maybe a month or so ago, where I brought them in and had to come find all the lead-in quests that let you actually properly go in there and do the quest with the Rangers. So I'm kind of following in the footsteps there on this champ, only coming in from the east, not from the west. Think I'm still going the right way. Yep. Yeah, Minas Morgul is just a really cool little creepy quest hub fortress. It's just unfortunate that you kind of have to do a handful of the faff about with the Rangers before you can really get in there and properly have your objectives set. I do wish that you could start in on it as soon as you get into the area, because these guys are going to give me the, oh hey, do 15 side quests in the zone.
Will you hear my plight?
Yeah, if there's the two main ways to come into the zone itself. You can come in from the Osgiliath side, which you kind of have to juke your way through some stuff, or you can do the slightly more natural coming in through Mordor and follow that into the Morgul Vale. And it definitely seems like the game assumes that you're going to be coming in through the Mordor side. Okay, so here is the intro. So we check in with the Rangers now. So yeah, you're going to assist us. Of course, I'm here to assist you guys.
Faith alone will
So
not stop the enemy.
basically, this sends us on the little side quest of do 15 quests in the zone to properly unlock Minas Morgul.
This land is scarred, but we may heal it yet. Take heart, allies. I sense a shift in the winds. This land is scarred, but we may heal it yet.
Okay, so I think that there's no more here. Yep, okay. So I'm on my way to side quest, just a whole bunch of side quests. So the map is going to keep filling up with more side quests as I go. So burning pesty flowers. I don't think that these wandering glooms or anything. Yep. No quest and also no no deed for them, so I can safely ignore them. But yeah, really at this point I need to just wander around and do 15 side quests before it's going to let me into the next spot. So some of those are going to be quests directly from the NPCs there in that camp, and others are going to be just various kind of emergent quests as you get into areas or kill certain enemies. For now, it's just a lot of wandering and grabbing stuff. And I actually don't think I want to go up this way. Oh, nope, there we go. There's a flower. I don't want to go too far this way because that's going to start taking me basically on my way back out of the zone the way I came in. So I don't want to go too much further up that road, but this still will let me burn flowers and fungus. And that's just kind of, it's an unfortunate quest design example that Lotro was really using heavily at this point in time, where they did the like busy work interruption very heavily as their standard quest design of just go do a bunch of stuff. Nice, good to see you, man. Yeah, I think I'd ended up finding you through Poteen, if I remember right, because you were hanging out in one of his streams, and he'd noted that he'd found you over there. So always good to see more Lotro streamers. I think there might be one more little cluster of flowers or fungus up here that I can grab, but then I'm gonna head back down the road and closer to, yep, here we go. There was just one lone fungus up here. Kinda didn't make the trip worth it, but I'm gonna head back down here and stay closer towards the core of the zone. Yeah, around Lotro, you definitely do start seeing, you do start running into a lot of the same streamers, and there are definitely kind of a few core clumps of streamers. But it's not like, there's very much not an us versus them mentality around those clusters like you definitely do see in some other gaming communities. It's really more that just you tend to see people cluster around some of the bigger streamers because that was their kind of original entrance, and then they branch out from there, as opposed to it, like, there's not that tribalistic mentality of, oh, you know, you came in, you know, you're a Vala streamer, you're a Bloodborne person, you're a whoever. There's not that, like, oh, well, then I'm not gonna touch you kind of thing. It's really more, oh, you know, you came into the community because of one of these other streamers, and that's where I'm seeing you. Oh, cool. You know, come hang out over here too. Which is a really good approach, I think, especially because Lotro is a tiny directory. Like, it is a speck in Twitch. So everything that we can do to actually cluster people around the community is a bonus, as opposed to trying to fracture it. Okay, so Morgul Bats, I don't think is a quest yet, but it might be a starter. Nope. Alright, so let's just kind of pick a direction, head there and see what we find, because that's kind of what this whole area is at this point, which is just find all of these 8 million objectives or the quest starters for other objectives. So that's 2 of my 4 poisonous mushrooms destroyed. Now, one thing, at least thankfully, like, I'm not a fan of the have a meta quest that is do a million side quests to complete the meta quest design. It really quickly devolves into setting the player up to do a bunch of busy work, and that can be kind of a bummer. But thankfully, one of the things that they did with these stupid bat. One of the things that they did with these quests is that they didn't make it so that there were only the bare minimum amount of items and objectives to complete the quest, and you had to find every single possible one. There's a bunch all around the zone. Hey, awesome, and good to see you stopping by. Glad your stream was good, and enjoy doing your real world stuff. Today is my last day of having some days off, and then I have to go back to work tomorrow, Grumble, so I have to go back and deal with the real world again after today. Yeah, it is what it is, though. Let's see if I can kill him before he explodes. Okay, so there is 3 of 4 fungi destroyed. Yeah, exactly. It's not going anywhere. I have wandered away from finding quest items here. Yep, I need to go a little further south, but again, love that view into Imlad Morgul. They did a really good job of making this place look creepy and intimidating. Take care of the warg pack here. And it's also nice getting here at a relatively early level because it means that the quests and the enemies here have legs for a little while before they just start immediately going, teal or green. So I should be able to get some good run in here of doing on level or close to on level stuff before I start out leveling it. And yeah, I want to get across the other side of the river, so I need to find the bridge to get across. I think I need to double back to the east and then cross over there. So I've definitely wandered outside of the good zone. Oh, one more mushroom. Awesome. So this will be my 4 of 4 poison mushrooms killed. So that gives me one objective out of the way. Now I need to find good crossing point. I think I need to go back up, catch the main road, and then follow that across. But that will take me to the other side of the river where I'll be able to find not only more quest objectives, more of the flowers and fungus and things like that, but it will also let me go and grab the stable master that is in this area here. Because there are some stable masters down by Imlad Morgul itself that are really handy to have. Okay, let's see. Nope, I want to keep following the road this way, because this, I think, is going to be what curves around and actually ends up crossing that river. So, slightly roundabout path, but it will get me where I need to go. And also, the various different camps down there are going to spawn more of the side quests as well. Let's see. Yep, more fungus to burn around here. And I just kind of want to keep an eye to the left and right of the road because I'm going to be passing a lot of these fungus and flowers to burn them. Don't need to do any more of the poisonous mushrooms because I've got my 4 of them. This is actually pretty solid because I've already got almost all of my noisome fungus and half of my flowers. And that orc was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. So, has to be done sometimes. What's the base Slayer deed look like in here? Yeah, this is back up to the baseline first tier being 80, and the second tier likely being the standard 160. So it's fully in the grind, and some more grind era of design. Okay, this should be my last fungus to burn, which just leaves me on flower burning at that point. But there's going to be a lot of flowers on my way towards the camp that I want to grab the stable master in. Oh, but here's a flower right by a sentry, so that's going to give me a 2-for-1. And another nice 1-2 of sentries here, which should just leave me looking for one more after this guy bites it. So I'm going to keep heading down the road on the lookout for flowers to burn and sentries to kill. So here's a flower right here, and then that's, I believe, should be a sentry right up ahead of me. So good timing on that. Alright, there's my 5 of 5 sentries. And yet another flower. So I need 5 more flowers to burn. It's nice that they actually made these flowers really stand out properly, so they're easy to spot from a distance. So 3 more clusters of these nice purple flowers. And that guy's sentry route just took him to the wrong place at the wrong time. One more flower. Now I think that the Dark Waters, I think there's a quest where you have to be directed to kill them, because they're not prompting anything as I start just kind of killing them to get them out of my way. Okay, so I'm going to go grab the stable master that's right, there's a little mini camp right outside one of the gates of Imlad Morgul here. I think this is the right gate. Yep, here we are. Okay, so grab that stable master, and then there's also another camp right over here. So I'm going to want to go grab that. Actually, I think that might have been the one where I was at before. We'll see. Okay. That's really, really not friendly of you, Mr. Morgul Sentry. It also is not very smart of you. Because I am basically just going to whomp you. I think, is this the little... Oh no, I'm not at the discover the... I'm not at the discover the weak spots on the gate yet. So this was just a silly little diversion. I think I might have got myself in a bad spot too. Okay, let's get off the idiot horse. And let's deal with some of the 8 million things that I apparently have following me. Okay, that's much better. Now, where in the hell did I end up? Oh, I ended up in no man's land between the two different levels, didn't I? Well. This is why we don't randomly off-road. Okay, well, we'll just go back up to that camp there. I should have just taken the horse. That would have been by far the smarter thing to do. One of the things that I forgot to do, I want to see. Okay, this is one of the camps with the bounty board. So grab the bounties while I'm here. And this just has the 2. Okay. So let's see. We'll untrack the introduction quest. Unfortunately, every time you complete a side quest, it re-adds the introduction quest to the tracker, and that throws all of the tracking off. So these are the areas that I'm currently looking for objectives in. That's the camp that I want to go get a stable master in next. That's kind of where I want to at least find my way to, so that I can nab that and have someplace to go from point A to point B, which would be nice. But I think for the moment, that is going to be where we call it for now, because I need to go get some food. But I know that Aubrey is live, suffering her birding stream with Ganto. So I'm going to go ahead and raid out to over there. So anybody lurking, you will end up in Aubrey the Weird One's stream.